Family Guy, an American cartoon sitcom that you have to watch at least once in your life. And if you haven't, don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm taking you through a wild recap of its very first episode. Let's dive right in. The episode kicks off with Meg, the awkward teenage daughter of the Griffin family, telling her mom, Lois, that she wants to get lip injections to make her lips look bigger. Pretty bold, right? But Lois, being the responsible mom, brushes it off and tells Meg to focus on more important things. Then we meet Stewie, Lois's youngest son. And let me tell you, this baby isn't your average toddler. He can talk, plot, and roast people with words sharper than a knife. When Lois takes away one of his toys, he doesn't cry. He literally threatens to kill her. Yep, that's Stewie for you. Next up is Peter Griffin, the lovable, lazy, and clueless dad of the family. His talking dog, Brian, sees him all dressed up and asks where he's heading. Turns out Peter's planning a wild night of partying with his buddies. But Lois has already warned him not to drink. So Peter promises her he won't even touch 1% of alcohol. Cut 2, Peter absolutely chugging drinks all night long. The next day, hungover and barely functioning, Peter drags himself to work. He's employed at a toy company, but during a shift, he ends up falling asleep on the job. While he's snoring away, dangerous parts accidentally get mixed into the children's toys. Now every kid has a potential death trap in their hands. Obviously, Peter gets fired, but instead of worrying about losing his job, he's freaking out about how he's going to break the news to Lois. That's when Brian, the only sane voice in Peter's world, gives him some simple advice. Just tell her the truth. And so, Peter rushed to tell Lois everything. Meanwhile, on the other side of the house, Stewie was still frantically searching for his toy. After a few struggles and a bit of chaos, he finally managed to find it. Just as Peter was about to explain everything to Lois, Stewie stormed in, holding his weapon and threatening his mom with dramatic flair. But Lois quickly grabbed him and carried him away before things could escalate. Peter never got the chance to speak his mind, so determined to turn things around, he decided it was time to get a job. He went straight to the welfare office, and to his surprise, they actually gave him work. But this wasn't just any job. It was a government gig that paid a lot of money. Slowly, Peter started enjoying the perks of his new lifestyle. He began acting rich, throwing money around, and even went so far as to get Meg lip surgery. Everything was going great until Lois found out. She was furious. She didn't want Peter living off government funds just to waste it on booze and luxury. That's when Peter realized he had made a huge mistake. Wanting to make things right, he decided to return all the money to the public. But Peter had one condition. He wanted Lois to witness his redemption. So he went to the stadium with Brian, and from the stands, he started throwing all the money down to the people. Just when the crowd was having the time of their lives, the police stepped in and arrested Peter and Brian on the spot. Later, back at home, Lois and the rest of the family began to miss Peter. They returned to see him just as he was fighting his case in court. Moved by the emotional drama of Peter's family, the judge decided to let him go. And just like that, Peter learned his lesson. And that's how this episode came to an end.